January is the most popular time of the year that people get on online dating sites and apps. But depending on how old you are and how familiar you are with apps, there is a better way, I think, if you're not wanting to put yourself out there. And really, honestly, the best way to meet somebody as you get older, and I've certainly found this out myself, is just in living your life. And I know in the wintertime, depending on where you live, you don't always want to go out. But I always say, if someone invites you to do something, go. You never know who else you're going to meet. And everywhere you go, keep an eye out, smile at people, say hi, be friendly, because you never know where you might meet somebody. And more often than not, I keep hearing stories, and it's happened to myself, of people that meet the good old-fashioned way. And people call it that now, the good old-fashioned way, meaning that it wasn't through some electronic medium, that it was in person, in living your life and being social and actually really connecting with somebody. And I do like online. I think that if you can kind of vet somebody and see a little bit more about them, but sometimes people are better in person. I have had a lot of clients that have said to me, I'm much better in person, or they don't photograph well, right? I mean, I was a model, right? As a teenager. I've probably told this story, but there was a girl on the wall of my agency that I thought was the most stunning girl that I'd ever seen in my life. And then I moved to New York, and I was at a casting, and they called this girl's name. And I was amazed. I was like, oh, cool. And so plain Jane in person, right? I mean, kudos to her, because she photographed amazingly. And actually, too, just to call out a celebrity, right? When I lived in Los Angeles, I worked the front door of a nightclub, and they used to have to comp celebrities. And the most stunning woman, I'd ever seen, tall, right, walked in and had such a presence. I watched her walk in, and come on, I was a model. I knew who all the supermodels were. And I didn't recognize her, but I thought she was beyond beautiful. And they walked up and they handed me a card that said Elle Macpherson. And yes, of course, she photographs amazingly, but honestly, I thought she was that much prettier in person. So my long-winded point is that not everybody likes to put themselves on an app or a dating site. And I understand that. I certainly do. Having a really clear picture, which I made another video about, I think is absolutely a requirement if you're going to put yourself online. But I also think it's hard, because look, I do it too. I'm online, and I look through, and it's hard to really get a sense of somebody from just their look. And, I don't usually go for the most obvious guy in the room, right, handsome-wise. It's usually more about their character and their intelligence and their wit, right? So I think that is hard to translate in an app. And look, apps work. I've certainly had two, actually. In all of my significant relationships, two started online. One on Match.com back in '07, and one on Tinder, I don't know, 5 years ago, right? But everybody else I've met in person. And actually, there was a statistic that came out recently that said more people that meet online have a better chance of getting divorced. I was on Match.com looking around the other day, and I saw this guy that was really funny, because everybody's going, I want my next relationship to last forever, and things like that. And this one guy said something to the effect of, I'm not looking for my next relationship to last forever. I'm looking for the next person to rip my heart out so I can start my rapid weight loss diet, right? And I laughed really hard, because I think that's true. There's no greater motivator to lose weight than when you've had your heart ripped out and you're just not hungry and, aren't taking great care of yourself. So I'm just putting that out there, that meeting in person is still really wonderful to meet somebody, and you just need to get yourself out there. You got to network, and you got to put yourself in a position to be able to meet people and be brave. Don't be shy. When you see somebody that you like, smile at them and see if they smile back. They always say you usually meet somebody when you're not looking, and I think that's very true. So yeah, I've seen that happen over and over and over again. So keep your eye out, be friendly, be open, But I think just getting social and getting out there is a really good option if you're single and looking to meet someone. It's also just good for you to be social. Isolating yourself with everything we've had to go through with COVID is really bad for depression, right? Breeds depression. So get out, be social, smile, interact with people, look around. I know the New Yorker in me, I walk with like blinders on, right? But if you look around a little bit, you really just might find somebody who's also looking to meet somebody, and you might be really right for each other.